A good film only works if you have great performances. I'm sitting here with the very best of the year, I think. Thomas Mann, Olivia Cooke, and R.J. Cyler. Thank you very much for being here for me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. I saw this at Dallas International Film Festival. You were here for Dallas International Film Festival. Thank you for coming back. And I'm so glad that it's been brought back so that more people have a chance to see it. Talk a little bit about kind of the whole whirlwind experience of like this thing being at Sundance and winning the awards, and everybody like all of a sudden it was just it went from being this little independent film to this big thing that everybody was talking about. Was that kind of a little bit of a surprise for you guys?
Oh, yeah.
It's been overwhelming. I think we're all quite pessimistic, so we're protecting ourselves. Like, you know, if it's not going to do well, but at least we had a good time. So, but we knew it was special. But just to protect ourselves, so we don't get our hopes up.
Yeah, no, it's just so overwhelming. Like everything. I was just excited that we got into Sundance. Like that.
Yeah.
If that was all that ever happened, I would be like, oh, great, we made a great movie.
I remember the phone call from Alfonso, like, be quiet, but we got into Sundance.
I was like so excited.
Incredible.
And then everything else has just been amazing. It's just been it's been an amazing ride so far. It's incredible.
Well, I'm sure when you guys were shooting it, because it is a pretty like simple film in terms of like the style in which it's made, but you know, you never know when those kind of things are what's going to really take off and what people are going to take to.
Yeah.
What are some of the reactions that you've heard from people that have gone to some of the screenings? You know, we can kind of go one by one. You know, RJ, you want to start with that?
I cried so much. It really touched me. Look, you made my husband cry, which is crazy. You know, it's just different
I
reactions.
didn't know we were going to get an actual performance of the reaction that you got. But,
And scenes.
To this show, real.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
that's
that-
great though.
yeah.
Yeah, to see that. Olivia, what about you?
What surprised me was just coming out at the end, especially at Sundance, when we premiered, people coming out, just shaking my hand saying thank you. Thank you, people kind of going on a journey with the film and like finding peace. Yeah.
My favorite experience at Sundance was just seeing the reaction. We did a high school screening for kids, and the reaction was so strong. They were laughing so much and like talking to, like repeating the jokes, like,
Oh my
even while
God.
the movie was playing. And then when everything kind of quiets down and it gets more serious, they got really quiet. And afterwards, they just seemed so genuinely moved by it, and that just means so much to me.
Yeah. One of the things I personally took away from it, and I am a little bit older, but it really reminded me of what it is like to be in high school and kind of some of the various ways that you have relationships where you have people that maybe you consider like acquaintances more than friends, and sort of the subtle manipulation scene when Madison is touching you on the arm and you're saying, what is this?
Right.
And things like that. I really appreciated the authenticity of it. Did you guys find it when you were reading the material and like on Jesse's book, did you find it to be did it remind you of your own personal experiences?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, the characters are so honest, and yeah, it's like the way he writes them. It's like the kids that it's very modern. It's,
Right.
These teenagers are very self-aware.
Yeah.
They don't see this as some beautiful, poignant moment in their lives. It's confusing and awkward and weird and
Right, and they're not
just very
equipped to
truthful.
deal with
Yeah.
a lot of things yet.
Yeah. So, and I love how Jesse just embraced this kind of selfishness of
Lack of empathy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, RJ?
I was never the quiet, violent one in school. I was always the loud, nice one, you know.
I find that hard to believe.
I know, because I'm such a brute. But every character in this movie was literally in my high school. You know, from the Gregs all the way to the Scott Mayhews. You know, it's like we literally had each one of these characters, but in big bulk. Like it was a bunch of Scott Mayhews, and then you had a little bit of Gregs, because you never knew what they would pop up, because they're just so like, okay, I don't want to talk to you.
Unassuming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about making the movies within the movie, because that's some of my favorite stuff, and there being a film critic and a film lover, seeing some of those scenes. Because I used to do the same kind of thing when I was in high school. I'd get together with friends and shoot little movies.
Yeah.
Did you guys have fun getting to do
Oh,
that
no.
stuff?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, no, because I did the same thing when I was younger. Not like, I mean, my taste wasn't as advanced as Greg and Earl's, but we shot them, most of them at the beginning, like on the first day. We went around in a van just with a ton of costumes and just like drove around different locations around Pittsburgh, and it was very guerrilla style, and it was just it felt like two teenagers just kind of figuring it out as they go along.
Yeah. That's cool. I know we got to wrap this up, but I want to talk real briefly. What's up next for each of you? We'll start with you, Thomas.
July 17th, or maybe slightly after that, I'm in the movie called The Stanford Prison Experiment, based on the real experiment in 1971, and I play one of the prisoners.
I did a movie called Katie Says Goodbye with director Wayne Roberts just recently, and then I go on to do a murder mystery called Limehouse Golem with Alan Rickman.
HBO series called Vice Principals coming out with Danny McBride. I play twin. Yeah.
I hope both.
Yeah. If I can play both twins,
we're gonna keep our fingers crossed on that.
I'm gonna keep fingers and toes.
Well, guys, congratulations on this. It's really, really fun, and it's so great to have you here. Thomas Mann, Olivia Cooke, and R.J. Cyler. Me and Earl and the Dying Girl will have more information down below on where you can see it, and you absolutely need to see it. So, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.